PGA Championship teeing off here. Second major of the year on Thursday from Southern Hills. And we have Geoff Ulrich here to spend some quality time with all of us, the potential millions around the world here on The Sweat, presented by DraftKings. So, dude, first question I have for you. So Southern Hills, last time there was a major here, was it 2007 with Tiger Woods? Was that the one?
Yeah, the PGA Championship. It was like 1,000,000 degrees out. You know, everyone was like literally wilting in the heat. You know, players were suggesting like they were they're basically just wiped at the end of each round. You saw some major blow-ups just because of that. But yeah, 2009 or 2007 PGA Championship. It also hosted the 2001 U.S. Open, which actually Tiger didn't do that well in. But no, that's neither here nor there. He didn't.
But yeah, it's a little different though too, because now this is in May, so I don't think that heat is expected to be like as torturous to golfers, I guess, if you want to put it like that, as it has in years past. But what do people need to know about this place? Because I was reading yesterday, it's been renovated a little bit, right? So is there a particular style golfer that you want to target?
Yeah, so I mean, it is interesting. Like, it's going to be a pretty different course than what you saw in 2007, right? I mean, Gil Hanse redesigned this in 2019. You know, again, like they extended the bunkering to make up for, you know, the distance that guys hit off the tee now, and they really renovated the greens as well. One big thing about Southern Hills, it's small greens. Like, it's a long golf course with small greens, and that's typically when you like it's hard. It really dials up the toughness, because typically when we see small greens on the PGA Tour, the courses are shorter. So it's like, okay, you don't have to do that much off the tee, but you got to really dial up the approaches and around the green. Now you're being asked, you got to have some distance off the tee, or there are a lot of dog legs. And instead of hitting like wedges into a lot of these holes, you're going to be hitting long irons. So I think the greens and regulations this week are going to be very low. Very, very low. You're going to need really good mid to long iron play. You're going to need to be really slick around the greens. And a good corollary, Gil Hanse also redesigned Winged Foot, which hosted the 2020 U.S. Open. Yeah. And it is a very similar course, a long par 70, 74, 7,500 yards of Winged Foot. Really dialed up, undulating greens there that played extremely quick. I think you're going to see very similar scoring. The main difference going to be the rough. The rough of Winged Foot was way up on the East Coast. This probably won't be as fast, but you're going to get a firm course. Again, not a ton of rain. I think you're going to see a winner in like the 8-under range, if I had to guess.
Yeah, Bryson won that U.S. Open at Winged Foot, and I want to talk about him here in just a second. I did see this crazy stat yesterday, Geoff. So the club historian there for Southern Hills said, he noted that in all 7 of the major championships the club has hosted, as well as its 2 tour championships and last year's senior PGA Championship, the 36-hole leader has gone on to hoist the winner's trophy. So we're talking a staggering stat here. 10 events, 10 36-hole leaders winning. Yeah. Like, and that blows my mind. So maybe something to keep in mind after the first 2 rounds if we're going to bet the weekend, right?
It's not only that, like the first round leaders, I think 5 of the 7 big events they've hosted, I think 5 of the first round leaders have gone on to win. Like the front runners, it's just a course where it's hard to make up ground. Like, you lose a couple strokes in the first couple rounds, there's just no birdies. The par 5s are 630 yards or more. Yeah. You know, there's
only 2 of them.
There's 2, and there's only 2 of them. There's no really drivable par 4s. There's one where it's like a little bit downhill and you'll have like a wedge in, but you know, then you come back with like 2 500-yard par 4s as well, which are going to be like bogey holes. So there's just no room to make up. And I think those front runners, they just get such a boost from, you know, if they're grinding along and they've got the speed of the greens, that, you know, you either have the speed of the greens early in the week or you don't. And yeah, I think it is something to really keep in mind for live betting this week. I would not be afraid to go to the top of the board. You know, if you're getting like a decent enough number on a good player at top in live betting, you should probably look to think about taking it if you're not already exposed.